Hey guys, this is it. This is my last submission to the My Cooking Journey 2021 collaboration. The last day for you to participate will be Saturday until the end of the day. Again, if you are planning on squeezing a video in before the end of day Saturday, what we're trying to do here is make something Indian which you wanted to but you never actually made it. Or you can put an Indian twist to one of your all-time favorite dishes. Today let's get started with something that I've never had before and obviously never made before either. We're gonna have some chicken pakoras. Let's get started. Now for me, a pakora is something that you make by dipping either a vegetable or some sort of meat in a gram flour batter and then you deep fry until it's nice and crisp. So we'll first get started by adding our chicken into a large bowl, followed by some finely chopped spinach, cilantro, ginger, garlic, green chilies, bit of red chili powder, bit of brown coriander, turmeric, bit of garam masala, and finally just season it with salt. Now we're using spinach in that chicken mix because it has lots of moisture and that's gonna help keep that chicken really nicely moist. Now mix this all until the entire mixture is really well combined, and now let's try to focus on our actual batter. This can be made with gram flour or besan, and it's a really unique and distinct flavor. If you haven't had gram flour or besan before, try looking for this at your local Indian grocer or your international market. It should be relatively easy to find. And this batter is intended to be really thick so that when you dip something in it, it creates a nice coating all throughout. And to make the gram flour batter, just measure the flour in a large bowl, followed by your water, some salt, and then some turmeric for color. And then mix this all really well until you have a really nice and thick batter. And how do you know it's the right amount of thickness? Well, it should not pour quickly. If you try to pour it, it should be a really thick batter. When you try to move a spoon around it, you should be able to move it, but you should also feel a bit of resistance as that thickness kind of acts as friction and resistance as you try to move your spoon. And now once your batter is ready, we can actually start preparing our oil to make the actual pakoras. Now we have to be a bit careful here. We don't want that oil to be too hot because otherwise our outside will get cooked really quickly and it'll become too crispy and too brown, and our inside of the chicken will remain raw. And during my testing, the best temperature range to reach that is between 170 Celsius to 200 Celsius. Anything higher and the outside cooks rapidly and you always have a raw center. You also don't want to make your portions too thick either. We'll be rolling it and portioning it into little meatballs, and you don't want it to be bigger than about an inch in diameter. So you can go ahead and portion out all of that mince into little meatballs or as much as you're using today, and then once you have that and your oil is at the right temperature, take a meatball, dip it right in to that batter, and then gently leave that onto that hot oil. And that's why I'm using a wok. Because of the slanted edges, I can leave that pakora on the side of that wok and let it slide into the pan. But if you're brave enough, you can also do it straight into the oil, and because technically you have that batter on your hands, it will protect you. But I want you to be really careful if you are attempting to do that. So just like that, add in all of your meatballs covered with that thick gram flour besan batter until you have about a dozen or so pakoras in there. Don't overcrowd it. You're gonna lower the oil temperature and gonna cause the pakoras to basically absorb more oil than it should. And I got pretty excited. So I also decided to fry some other pakoras here. I made some green chili pakoras and it's so good, it's so simple. You just dip some Thai green chili into that batter, then fry it in that oil. So simple, so tasty, and that batter is amazing. Let it cook a bit gently, not too rapidly, because we don't want it to be cooked completely. inside. And what I would suggest is when it's been between 7.5 to 9 or 10 minutes, then take one of them out, cut it right down the middle, and if it's completely white and no longer pink inside, the pakoras are ready to go. And once the chicken is cooked, then you can take your pakoras out of the oil, put it on some newspaper or paper towels, get all the excess oil out, and then serve it with your favorite sauce or chutney. You can really have it with anything. You can have it with ketchup, you can have it with a tamarind chutney, a mint and cilantro chutney, and I'll have those recipes linked in the description box down below. Now it's funny, I had the concept in my head that it should work, and I'm really glad that it turned out so well. And if you want to see more unique videos just like this, if you want to see cool new things, new techniques being done, then hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and for everybody who did participate in the collaboration, I really thank you. We'll do a video really soon just to cover all the awesome contributions that are in the playlist, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Bye guys.